Good morning, everyone, and welcome to Knitique in Elk Grove, California, and KnitiqueYarns.com, coming to you live on Thrilling Thursday.
Is it thrilling?
It is kind of. I think we're having fun already.
We are.
We're going to murder technology, but otherwise we're having a great time.
Yes. We know we're horizontal, not vertical here, but it is what it is. Oh my goodness, did it really?
Yeah.
We're vertical. See? Don't have, let's see, slistexia. Everyone that has it will get that.
I'm like, careful saying that word wrong, because I feel like that could go ugly really
Dyslexia and
easily.
And yeah. Because OCD should be in alphabetical order.
CDO.
Yes.
Which would still make sense, because compulsive disorder, obsessive. I have a compulsive disorder and I'm obsessive about it. It makes perfect sense. Good morning.
As you move around, I'm going to hold still, everyone, because if I follow her every movement, we're going to get dizzy.
Yeah, I'll try. It's hard to know, like, am I staying in the center? So we will adjust to the fact that Facebook will no longer let me do landscape mode. I don't know. It's weird. When I turn my phone landscape, everything in the app rotates, but you cannot click the button that says go live. Doesn't work. Tried it on Danielle's phone yesterday, still didn't work. Like, okay, fine. Because at first I thought, well, maybe it's my phone, but no.
Maybe it likes
it's
mine.
Facebook.
We'll see.
The problem is, whoever's phone it likes is going to need to get a phone ring, because it makes my hand hurt to hold y'all's phones without the support of the ring. So that's my caveat. You're going to have to get a phone ring if your phone works.
The camera, so for a little while.
Well, true. Your phone is so awkward, though, because the wallet case...
I'm used to it.
Okay. We'll let her do it the hard way.
We shall see if it even works.
Right? We'll try that tomorrow.
Yeah.
Okay, so just a couple days left to enter the grand prize. Like 3. Less than 3, because we're partway through today already. So less than 3 days to enter the grand prize, which is one of the Lyra tote bags in the pretty burgundy cranberry color. This bag is nice and big. It has room for lots of yarn, adjustable handles, a padded pocket for your needle set, tablet, whatever you don't want to get smashed. Then a small pocket for all your little items that you would prefer not sink to the bottom of the bag. And the whole bag, it does zip close to keep all your items secure, which I think would make it perfect for traveling, because I have been yelled at before because my bag did not have a closure on top, and I did not set it on the conveyor belt the way the person would have preferred I set it on the conveyor belt.
I think even the zipper in the car, because sometimes the bag falls over in the car and you're like, oh no.
Oh yeah, when somebody cuts you off and you have to slam on the brakes and everything that's in the back seat is now in the front seat.
Mm-hmm.
You're like, really? This is not okay, folks. I mean, I know I drive a gray car, but it's not invisible.
Don't spill my yarn. Those are fighting words.
Or my coffee.
Yeah, that too.
Definitely don't spill my coffee on my yarn. Although I've had that happen, and then my project just smells good the whole time I'm knitting with it. Because I'm not going to stop finishing the project just because it's coffee scented.
Right.
All right, then we have the ball of Noro Akari in this beautiful blue palette. It is a worsted weight yarn, over 500 yards per barrel ball. It is easily enough to make the sunset in the desert pattern that we've included. You can do 2 smalls, 2 mediums, a small and a medium, or a large, and you could even potentially do a large and a small, or just make the large bigger, which is what we did when we made it out of Akari. We just went until we ran out of yarn, which made it about 11 inches tall.
So many choices.
Right? Then we have one of our 144 locking stitch marker sets, because the couch eats them, your pets steal them, your kids steal them, they break. You might have more than one project going that needs markers. It is crucial to have plenty of markers.
We if you're like me, my recliner eats them. And then it makes this weird nom nom noise. It's very strange.
You're going to have to video that. Like, what? I think she's making stuff up, you guys.
No, it nom noms and the dog talks too, so. We have inner dog monologue at the house. Anybody else have that?
All right. Moving on before Susan admits to all of her insanity. We have, last but not least, the class supplies tin, which is a small, about 2 by 3 inch tin that holds a tapestry needle, the folding scissors when they're folded, the rainbow iridescent markers in both small and large. These are a Knitique exclusive marker. And then the rainbow locking stitch markers. Just a few of those, because you should definitely have a few of those in every project, because you can use them if you've dropped a stitch. You can use them to mark your row count. You can use them when you're like, I don't know what happened to my other stitch marker. Like, it covers a lot of bases. And then last but not least, we have the Knitique tape measure that is a 60-inch tape measure, 150 centimeters. Basically long enough to measure most of your projects. I don't think I've ever had anything that I needed to measure that was longer than 60 inches.
I have.
Because, I mean, even if you were doing a queen-size bedspread, you could just fold it in half and then measure it. Like, I haven't had anything that there's not a way around it.
When I'm blocking something and I'm really after a specific number, it's longer than it's happened.
See, that's why I block the sweaters. I'm after a specific number, but nobody's sweater is 60 inches across. That would be a 120-inch circumference sweater, which would fit, I don't know, possibly a Volkswagen Bug.
I have to measure long things, so, you know.
Yeah, you do the shawls. Although I did block I'm calling it my 1.5 and done, because I used 1.5 skeins of Merino Cloud. And I had to get creative with how much I curled it to get it to fit on my blocking mats, because I'm like, I was about ready to take this is what I do when it won't fit. I take my shawl and I do half of it, and then I lay down a pool noodle, and then I fold the top over and overlap it to be symmetric, because the pool noodle keeps it from creasing in the middle.
I just fold them in half and spritz out the crease later.
Yeah, that's too much effort. And they have pool noodles at the Dollar Tree.
I don't have pool noodles. I just have a large space.
They have them at the Dollar Tree. I'll get you one.
No, please don't.
She's like, no, I like my way.
For a triangle, I just fold them in half. And then I know they're equal sides, and I just spritz it out.
Yeah, I just made it fit, because the reality is I don't care if it's perfectly symmetric, because when it's on the body, you're not going to know anyway. All right. Oh, I guess before I move on to this, I should tell you how you enter the grand prize drawing. You get entered every time you make a purchase during the month of September. It is cumulative, so the more times you purchase, the more entries you get. All of you that pre-ordered Noro got entries. All of you that are ordering more Noro get entries. It can be gifts, it can be yarn, it can be classes. Basically, every time you check out, whether it's in person, online at knitiqueyarns.com, or over the phone with us, they all count as entries. You don't have to do anything special to get the entry. It just magically happens when you complete your checkout. And then on a Wednesday, October 3rd, I'll draw to see who our lucky winner is. Okay, now I can move on to the daily prize, which is this beautiful caramel colored skein that was gifted to us by the company that we got all that luscious Angora yarn from for the Whispery Hat Kits. This one is 100% superfine alpaca. It is considered a DK weight. There is 660 yards on this beauty.
That's awesome.
Right? I was like, this is one of those in the prizes that I'm like, I don't think we should give this one away because I like it. I know. I've still got one on my desk that I'm like, we can give this one away when it's the only prize left because I enjoy staring at it. And then we have paired with it our pattern Meandering Life, which is this really fun cowl that's worked flat like a scarf. So you can also do a scarf version. There's instructions for both. But it's reversible. One side looks more like basket weave, and one side has these rippling lines. It has a cable border, so it has a really fun kind of scallopy edge that does not roll or flip.
That's the best part, that a cable will keep things from rolling.
Right? I mean, we've done that on a couple patterns.
Yeah.
And you did that on a convertible wrap thing. Well, you didn't make it convertible. You seamed yours. Oh, you did the pleat one, not the cable one.
The pleat one, and it's not seamed yet.
Too many projects, not enough time.
Mm-hmm. Not enough brain space.
Right? Like, I've reached saturation and cannot remember the name of any more Knitique patterns, so some are going to start to fall out to make room for the new ones. It's the problem. We need a new Emma to pawn off the brain cells on.
Oh, what is the... You know the hard drive you plug in, the external hard drive.
Yeah, I need an external hard drive.
That's me.
We need Emma to come back. Emma, wherever you are, we need your brain.
Those of you that know Emma, she's doing good. I checked in with her the other day.
Oh, good.
Yeah. Told her I still have that little buzz she made me.
I do too.
Yeah.
I have my little bee.
Let's see. Am I on the right screen here?
I think so.
Let's come over here and show people.
Okay, so how you get entered into the daily drawing is interacting with the video. So if you comment on the video, you'll get 5 entries. If you share the video, pretty much guarantee it's not going to cooperate. There we go. Share. And let's see if I have to refresh. Nope. Okay, good. So you share to your stories, to your friends, wherever you share. Then you just come back to that day's video, comment, shared to, and where. And that will get you 11 entries for your share. Then if you react to the video with the little bubbles down here, then you will get 11, no, that was backwards. Because I did it in the wrong order. My brain says 11 last, but 1 entry per reaction, because 11 entries per reaction would be insane. And then, so those are the 3 ways that you get entries. See, I'm all screwed up by doing it out of order. We go over to our handy dandy comment picker. And I discovered something cool the other day.
Whoa.
We can get rid of all the ads and see who our lucky winner is.
Can't read it.
Heather Bartlemus.
Congratulations, Heather. So we know you are not local, but we would love for you to come visit us. If you do, let us know you have a prize, and we will get it from the cabinet. If you can't make it in the store in person, next time you make a purchase, let us know in the notes you have a prize. And we will include it in your shipment. And yes, Anne or Annie, I'm not sure, that is a huge skein.
Right?
Very impressive amount of yardage there.
1.5 of what, like, Merino Cloud is.
Some of our pretty candles, which are all use.
Here we thought they started early, and the leaf blower dude is back.
Gardeners strike again.
I mean, he sounds moderately far away right now, but I haven't actually heard them come right by the door yet, so.
Well, look at our Runny Babbitt hat right there. If you guys like Angora, this is the hat for you. We've got some kits here. Let's see if I can get the colors. Not very well.
Sparkly red, powder blue, and violet.
There you go. Give you all things to look at while Anna gets the next stage of the show ready.
Well, I think I pinned it. You know how it likes to be weird.
I see it. Yeah.
Oh, it shows up now. Okay, it's just slow, like basically all of technology.
Yeah.
I feel like I have to show the project that I'm excited about before I show them the yarn.
Probably.
Because I may have been staring at a wall of yarn this morning going, I really want to make one of these like 5 projects that I have open on my phone. Which one am I going to make? And 2, what yarn calls to me for it? Because it has to be rainbow, because look at this.
So gorgeous.
This is Broadband by Josh Reichs-Rabinsky.
There's Laine.
It looks like a cowl on him, but it is actually a like asymmetric triangular shawl with this really cool kind of slip stitch pattern to blend the colors, but it's got like feather and fan shaping. So you've got the ripples.
There's feather and fan in there?
Yeah, see how it ripples?
Yeah.
So you've got like an increase here and then a decrease over here. So it's like an offset one too. Like you've got the increase and the decrease really close together. So you've got this long section and then a short section. I'm really intrigued to do this one because it has so many fun details to it. You can see the details a little better in the two-tone one.
The link did not pin.
No. I hate technology, you guys.
I want this to be a cowl.
I mean, you could do it as a cowl if you just did that thing. You know how we saw where they like overlapped the ends of the triangle and seamed it?
Oh, that's true. Very true.
But this is how I discovered that, oh, it's not a cowl, as I was looking at people's projects and went, hey, that's not connected. It's got these cute little like short row looking bubbles on the end.
That's fun.
They look like little eyes. They kind of remind me of, and this is totally like, you have to have grown up with Dr. Seuss, but in the Lorax, the Onceler would peek out of his blinds, and it looks like the shape of the blinds where he peeked out. He was a hermit. You can see lots of people did it out of the fun rainbow palette, which, as I'm staring at the yarn wall, because this is DK weight, not fingering, I'm going, Cashmere Coloring Box.
Yeah.
Which is what I attempt to pin the link for you guys, but, you know, computers. Rude.
Yeah. So if you search Cashmere Coloring Box, it will come up.
But this broadband shawl is so pretty. So, you know, of course, I'm going to start with the rainbow, because that's what the sample was done in, is rainbow. I'm tempted to take them out of the box so you can see how beautiful they are without the glare. Well, I'll just go like that because apparently the box is taped.
There you go.
Now the skeins are upside down. So this is Madcap, which is the rainbow palette. It has this beautiful rosy pink, some crimson red, some bright kind of coral lipstick red, this beautiful kind of rusty caramel, electric lemon yellow, aptly named. That color is called Tweety. Then we have this beautiful bright limey green, a gorgeous kind of muted turquoise, the soft cerulean blue, lavender, and then this bright violet that has the slightest pink glow to it.
You know what I just realized? Tweety Bird and Big Bird are the same color.
They are. I am currently knitting my Big Bird pelt. That's like my evening I have no bandwidth left project. Knit a row, purl a row.
Oh, you're doing stockinette?
Yeah, because with the fur yarn, it doesn't roll.
Okay.
Mine's not rolling anyway.
The one I did on the machine did.
Oh, probably because it's tighter on the machine.
I mean, it's not a bad amount of curl, but...
I'm also doing it on size 15s, which may be helping that it's super loose.
Yeah.
But yeah, Tweety Bird and Big Bird are about the same shade of yellow.
Big Bird, Elmo.
Oh no, stop it. No, stop it. We're not turning this beautiful rainbow into the Muppets.
Okay.
Nope. And to be able to make that, because you need a contrast color, Merino Cloud is a perfect choice because it is also a cashmere. So this is 100% cashmere. This is a cashmere blend of extra fine merino and cashmere. And they are very equal in thickness. This one's technically a DK. This one's technically a sport weight, but I knitted a cowl out of it, which I'll show you guys momentarily, and it was fine.
So that is 264 and Madcap.
Yeah, 264 is the darkest shade in Merino Cloud. It's a soft black, so it'll really make all those rainbow colors pop. I'm definitely going to have to, like...
Yeah, we're going to have to shift these. There's just not enough room on the cabinet.
Stack. I'm going to have to stack. I should show you guys how beautiful Merino Cloud and the other pair together. Where'd it go? There we go. I didn't think to bring it because I didn't know I was going to talk about this yarn until I got really excited about a shawl this morning. But this is In the Waves, which is done with the Merino Cloud up here with the pink of the Madcap kit. And then each of the other colors are the stripy section in the border. And obligatory cat picture.
Gotta have that.
But this is In the Waves by Stephanie Lotvin. I really like her patterns. But I just kind of divided it up, did one color up here instead of the 4 colors. And then I just, each of these sections where she changed colors, I just changed to the next color in line. I think it ended up like 2 stripes less, but it's still a plenty big cowl, so totally worth it to just do it till you have used all your colors. And I did not end up playing Yarn Chicken on any of the colors, so you are totally safe to do that one.
Nice.
Like, I have a fair bit of leftovers, and I found a like crazy scrappy brioche beanie by Stephen West that I think I'm going to do a cowl version out of the leftovers, because I have Susan's leftovers also, because I'll wear a cowl. I probably won't wear a hat. I knit hats, but I don't wear hats. So I'm like, it's cashmere. I want to wear it.
Yeah. I can't get rid of cashmere leftovers, so Anna said she needed some. I'm like, okay, have mine.
I will never say no to cashmere leftovers. This one might be taped on both sides.
Okay.
Oh, please. Just cut off all my fingernails too, so this is not easy to do.
This one is called Trail Mix.
Maybe I should have cut it. Ha! Ha! I made it. Okay. Trail Mix is a beautiful kind of jewel tone palette that I've paired with Merino Cloud in 329 for that beautiful deep teal. This one is like the middle of the rainbow almost, because you have kind of these amber golds, olive green. This one's really pretty with the little bit of like chocolatey plum mixed into this golden olive green. That's wild oats. Then we have kind of a grass green, this turquoise that has little bits of the slate next to it, and kind of some more emerald green. Then we get into more of like the denim-y tones, and then this beautiful dark blue with violet shadows.
Patty, how have you not knit yours yet? The
Right?
second I got this, I'm like, oh, I gotta cast on.
You know,
So
Karen
nice.
hasn't knit hers yet either, and I'm like, how did you resist 100% cashmere? Like, did you put it away or something?
Bring it
Like,
to me, Karen. I'll knit it for you.
like, how did you
Cashmere.
not have that calling to you? Because my leftovers are calling to me. Like,
Mine aren't.
no, because I took them. So this is Trail Mix, which is a beautiful kind of deep fall to denim palette. Karen said okay.
Okay, nice.
Oh my goodness. Uh-oh. Nobody saw that. I may have ripped somebody's tag.
I wish I could get closer to still get them all in one shot, but
Right?
technology. I need something for them to look at when
I'm
you do
going to
that.
show you guys a couple more projects. That's
Ooh.
what we're
what's
going to
that?
look at. This is
pretty.
Blaze, which what caught my attention, this was the feature picture instead of the whole shawl. And I'm like, it's basically
That's
like
amazing.
they changed colors every row, which I would do every 2 rows because I'm not insane. Or really each section would also be beautiful. But it's tuck stitches that when they did the knit under all the loops, they changed back to the main color. So it pulls it up into this beautiful pattern.
Oh, that's fascinating.
But I think for the kits, I would just do, because that's a lot of color changing, like I would just do each one of these sections a different color.
That'd be pretty too.
Like I wish there was a really good close-up, because it'd be like I would do red and then orange and then yellow and then, so every time you change back to the gray is when you change to the next color. Because they'd originally used 5 colors and changed colors every row, and that's a lot of ends to weave in, and I'm just gonna say no to insanity.
Oh, it's almost worth it. Look how pretty it is.
Or just hire Susan to weave in all your ends and block that beautiful picot bind off, because that is a really cool, nice pointy picot bind off.
If somebody really wants to do that, come see me. I'll show you how to weave the ends in as you go.
Yeah, that's the way to do it
That's a lot of ends.
But that one was just too beautiful not to share, for one. Like, how do you not? Then Scrap Town would be perfect for this kit, because you could easily do it that, you know, they basically did, so color number 1 and then dots of color number 2, and then color number 2 and dots of color number 1, and then dots of 3. So you're just slowly blending in the next color through this really simple Fair Isle pattern.
It's really pretty. Ooh, that's cute. Where's the purple? Asking for Eileen, you know.
Here's a green and purple.
Oh, okay, that's close.
I don't know, I don't see a purple one. There's a mauvey one. Nope,
that's pretty.
She didn't do a purple one. She didn't have any purple leftovers.
There's something wrong with that statement.
Casey is clearly not a purple person.
Purple people, we got to work on that.
Okay, let me show you guys one more, and then I'll show you another color. The Spellcaster Cowl. There is a matching hat as well, but this is really fun. It's like woven looking. You've got the slip stitches with yarn in front, and then like I'm gonna say this is a knit through back loop column. It's hard to tell, but it looks like it's basically like every other row. So you're doing a row of your contrast color and then a row of your background color to get that beautiful woven look. And that is the Spellcaster Cowl by Melissa West. You know, I just added another project to your list. I saw that look.
Yeah. I'm not going to fess up which one, though.
All right. Speaking of asking for the purple people. The elastic cord tried to kill me.
We all saw it. It's on tape.
Right? Like that. It was a very aggressive cord.
Oh, look, even the cord is purple.
Yeah, they did. I mean, these are really well thought out kits because everything is coordinated. Okay, so not to take away from the purple at all, I did 247. Oops, let me go that way. 247 in the Merino Cloud, which is like a pewter gray, so that all of the purples would contrast against it, so that depending on which of the projects I'm showing this morning that you fall in love with, your color work all still stands out beautifully. This has shades, I mean, they have great names too. Amethyst, Twilight, Vintage Violet, Classic Purple, Paleo Purple, Velvet Underground, Clematis, Lapis, Larkspur Lane, and Wisteria. There's some more red violets, some more indigo, basically all the happy shades of purple. And don't worry, I went down the Ravelry rabbit hole this morning and found lots of other fun things that you could do with these kits. So if you want something where you wouldn't have to change colors quite as often, this Surf and Turf shawl would be really fun. They did it in like 5 colors for their multicolor one, but the total yardage adds up to where you're fine with the 10 color kit. So you could do, like, in the beginning, like 3 sections of the first color, and then probably 2, 2, and then 1, 1, 1, 1 for the rest. But it's definitely one that, because of the way it's constructed also, like if you only wanted to do each color once per section, you could just do your 10 sections, and wherever that ends, you start doing the other half, which is the decrease half, because that's all just garter stitch. So it doesn't matter what the stitch count is when you get to this side.
I bet you could reverse the color on the other half.
I think you could, because it's also the yardage is the contrast color, which would be your mini skeins, is only 184 yards, but this kit is 330. That's why I think you could totally work with this one and do multiple stripes of the first colors that don't have as many stitches, or you could repeat them. But it's this really pretty, like, garter stitch feather and fan, because you can see, like, the ridges in the middle of the lace. It's so pretty, though.
Oh, that one. They're all half and half.
Yeah.
Can you tell from that one picture of the color?
Yeah, it's like they're all half the feather and fan pattern and then half garter stitch. That was Surf and Turf shawl. Then we have the All Together Now hat, which obviously there's also a cowl. But just a really fun slip stitch pattern where you're changing colors fairly often. And I know a lot of people think, okay, but then that means I have a million ends to weave in. On a hat especially, just tie little knots on the inside. Nobody's going to see it. And in 100% cashmere, that's going to be a very hard to feel knot. Like, it's not going to be this thing where you're like, it's poking me in the forehead. Then this one you could do just with the mini skeins. This is a bolt from the blue hat. It's just easy Fair Isle that the sequence is shifting over, because it's like knit 3 orange, knit 2 red, and then the next round it's going to be like knit 1 red, knit 3 orange, knit 1 red, so that it shifts it over into that chevron design. Here's just in 2 colors. It's not quite as exciting in 2 colors. It's still pretty, but this is just joyful. And this one's so fun that it has the pattern all the way up that I'm like, yeah, no pom-pom. I'm not covering all that beauty. That is a no pom hat. Normally I'm all about the poms, but not on that one. All right, let me try not to stress Susan out too much as I pull the purple away from her.
That's okay.
Oh, yes, show them
I'll
that.
look at this. This will appease my need for purple, because this is
And
my
for something to show while I transition to the next
thing.
thing.
This is Wobble Cowl, which comes in the pattern booklet that comes with the kit. So you've got some rows of Knit 2, Purl 2, and then a section of the one color, and only 2 rows of Fair Isle right here. Each little section is only 2 rows, so that makes it super good for learning Fair Isle. And I'll point this out. You see these little purple polka dots? If you don't want that, do 1 row of your final color before you start your ribbing. Then you won't have polka dots. Because as you see, there's no polka dots on this end. This was my cast on edge. Nope. Can't wait for it to be cold enough to wear this. And
It is cold enough in the mornings.
there's the inside for you.
I saw the perfect meme. It said, it's now the weather that is wear a sweater in the morning and regret it by the afternoon weather.
Pretty much.
Like, yeah, it's kind of where we're at right now. Oh, good, that one's untaped already.
It is a quick knit, Patty. Yarn is so luxurious to knit with. Oh, she's taking my purple away.
I'm just going to drape it right here with the Noro magazine.
Okay.
So you can still pet it.
All right.
Your emotional support cowl.
Yes.
All right, this combination is called Dungaree. I paired it with Merino Cloud 260, this beautiful brassy gold, because you can see it doesn't blend with any of the colors, even the kind of soft sand color that's in there, which is what you want when you're doing things like color work. So this one has like an indigo blue gray, a dark teal, these beautiful tonals, a slate gray, the sand, a cream, silver, pewter, and a charcoal called Battleship.
Very pretty mix with the color, and I chose to go with it.
Then I'm going to show you guys the last color combo and then a few more patterns.
Noro 23 came in for those of you that missed yesterday or Tuesday's video. So if you pre-ordered, it is here for you or has been mailed soon, or
These elastics are trying to kill me.
I'll have a talk with them later.
That one wasn't on camera, but the red one totally just shot across the camera.
Oh no.
Okay, I'm making a mess. I'm sorry.
We're going to have to hunt that one down.
It's over there.
Okay. What is this one called?
This is called I Love You.
Perfect.
It should be called I Love Pink.
Yeah.
I paired this one because, pink and green with Merino Cloud 315, which is this beautiful sage green, so that it contrasts. Because I wanted to put a pink with it, but then one of the pinks got lost no matter what shade of pink I went with. Like the beet pink mixes with these. The fuchsia pinks blend too much with this one.
Really?
Yeah,
Wow.
that one's called Blocks, which is kind of a salmon pink, obviously by the name. But it's just, even though it's not the same color as fuchsia, it's too close. It's like, okay. And there's a beautiful white with beet pink speckles, but then it was going to blend with that. So I'm like, nope, we got to go green. Besides, pink and green, obviously they go together. So this has beautiful colors like country pink, locks, seeing red, yes we can, plum rose, lilac, which is a really, really soft lilac, heart's desire, pink pearl, which is a super soft pink, little girl pink, and ivory, which is the undyed color. So that is all 5 colors of the kits, and I've got, I think, 4 more patterns to show you guys.
Ooh, that's
Another fun slip stitch hat. This would be like one that you'd use your leftovers out at one of the other projects in, because you're only doing like 2 or 3 rows of each color. But I love this like alternating slip stitch pattern. Like all 4 slips are together here, and then they jog over on the next row. So you get this really fun intermixed woven look all the way up through the top.
Wow.
Which I love that when they carry the pattern all the way up through the top and it doesn't just turn into like a blob. We don't like blobs. And I'm not even going to try to pronounce the name of that one. But it is in English and it is a free pattern.
Fire carry.
Right? Like, achoo.
Yeah. It's like fireworks.
Right? Which may be what that word means in, I have no idea what language, but I'm just not even going to try. That one's definitely outside my scope. Then we have this dots and dashes cowl, which they only did in 3 colors, but you could easily do like ribbing in one color and then do sections in each color until you're down to the last one, and then ribbing in the last color.
So it'd be a little bit taller. Or you could add more repeats. No, that would still... Nope, just be taller.
Yeah, because you could, whoops,
Whoa.
you could potentially, because this is just little like diagonal yarn over knit two together pattern, you could do each, if you did cast on more stitches, you could do less rows of each section so that you don't get it so much taller. But it takes about 230 yards as is. So I would say probably half each repeat. I mean, if you want the ribbing this wide, you could do 2 colors in the ribbing and then switch. There's lots of wiggle room in how you play with that. Because I know on yours you only had like 5 or 6 rows of color,
Yeah.
and this looks more like about 12 rows of color.
I think this is more than that.
I think that's like 10.
Yeah.
And then, because you know I can't resist a good Fair Isle sweater, we have Crazy Heart by Tanis Lavallee. What I really like about this one is that it has the size range from little people to big people.
That's a lot of knitting.
Yeah, to do 4 sweaters. But it's got this cute little colorwork triangle design. And you can kind of tell, if you really look at it, you can tell that the triangles are much smaller up here than they are down here. So it blends the increases into the colorwork and you don't even really notice it. But this one, you know, you would just do your colors up here, and then I would probably just do solid for the body like this one. I probably wouldn't do the stripes like they did on the Little People one. And that one ranges from 0 to 6 months to a 4XL, which is a 59.
Or you can do like my Noro project, do the yoke and then just keep going straight without dividing.
Right? Turn it into a capelet. But that is the Crazy Heart sweater. And I love her patterns. Tanis Lavallee is great. And then last but not least, this Pretty Boxes sweater.
Cute.
They're like shifting over. And so these are smaller, and there's like 2 repeats of the color sequence on this one, and then bigger and then bigger. You could just do each of your colors till they run out. And then probably not do the slip stitches on the body because that just makes for a really warm sweater too. But I appreciate that they showed a version without the slips, as well as they showed cropped and not cropped, because not everybody's a cropped sweater person. Like, they showed all sorts of options, short sleeves, long sleeves. Like, I appreciate that they featured all these different testers doing it different ways, so you can really get that idea of what it looks like to modify the pattern.
I like it with the little slip stitches in the
The
body.
little dots.
Yeah.
And that one has from a 33.5 to a 61.75.
Lots
Okay.
of good options. Take a quick peek across the counter there.
Right?
See if I can zoom in. Yep, there we go. A little bit.
A little hard to see them, but this will be available for replay to see if you came on late and missed a color.
It'll be on Facebook and on YouTube after I get it loaded.
Yeah, don't expect YouTube in the next 20 minutes because it takes forever for it to like download and then upload, and technology. We're always irritated with it. All right, we'll talk about a few of our upcoming classes, starting with the Bias Lace Wrap on Friday, October 13th. This one is a 1-hour class where we're going to teach you how to do the mesh lace pattern of this one, as well as we're going to teach you how to do this kind of modified version of a Russian join so that you can join your linen colors together when you're done with one color and moving on to the next. And that way, one, you don't have any ends to weave in except for cast on and bind off, and you really do not have to worry about it coming apart later because it's basically like it doubled back on itself the way a Russian join is done. And we have all these beautiful color combinations that you can go in the sea glass wrap kit and get one of these combinations for it, or you can go into Linen Whisper and put together your own combo of 3, or you can do it all in one color. There's no rules. Then on Saturday, October 14th, we'll teach the Faded Crochet Cowl class. This one is quite a few fun techniques that we're going to teach you. It's going to be changing colors, working through the back loop, and how to do this cluster stitch that's also kind of a V-stitch. So you've got this space to work in into the middle. They look like little hearts. So we're going to teach you lots of techniques in that quick 2-hour class. We do have kits available. These are the only way to get the pattern because they did these kits and the pattern just for us. So you do want to snag one of the Fade Crochet Cowl kits, which are linked in the class as well, so you can get to it very easily. Then next up we have the Beginner's Journey in Stranded Knitting class. This is on 2 Tuesdays, October 17th and 31st from 11 to 12:30. There's no pre-work except for swatching and getting gauge because we're going to teach you the Italian cast on for the neckline and then teach you how to do the color work. And then in the second class, we're going to teach you how to divide for sleeves and go over what you would do to go back and pick your sleeves back up after that point. And that one is done out of 2 colors of bulky weight yarn, and we have lots of options for you on that one. And then last but not least, our Persian Tiles Crochet Along is about to start on the 3rd Saturday of October, which is the 21st from 11 to, I actually think it's 11 to 1 for the first class. We did the first like 3 or 4 classes 2 hours because there's going to be more to learn in the beginning. And then as you're doing more tiles, there's going to be less stuff that you're like, wait, I forgot how to do that stitch. Because some of them in the beginning are going to be totally brand new. But we've got the octagons and the little squares that we're going to teach you how to do. If you are doing one of our multicolor kits versus the original pattern that I think was only like 5 or 6 colors that you did the same for every panel, you're going to want to also download the color plan guide, which we did link in the class, because it spells out exactly what to do. And we're also, with your yarn, we'll be sending you or giving you, if you're picking up, a sheet that says what colors it was listed as in the color plan. And if you bought our kit of Cosette or Bo Peep, what color you're using as that one. For those that have made up their own, you get to pick what you want to do all by your lonesome. Or you can ask us for help. We will not leave you stranded. Okay, then we'll move on to last but not least, what are we wearing? Which I am wearing kind of an oldie but a goodie. I think this might have been the first, like, Iris of Art Yarns knit along that I did. This was the one that we did when we were doing the bus tour with the Elk Grove Senior Center. So we went to, like, Duarte Poinsettia Farm. Well, Danielle and I did, and a bunch of customers did. It just happened to be that this was at the same time. It wasn't part of it. Oh, hold on.
Oh, there she goes.
Delivery.
Okay, while she does that, I'm going to cheat and show you what I'm wearing here that is not on. This is the Wavy Garden Revisited by Iris from Art Yarns, and it is 2 colors of Silky Twist. A little bit of, well, okay, a lot of feather and fan, which is what gives it the shaping. And I believe she had a slip stitch pattern down here, but I did not do that. I just did some garter and a regular bind off. Hers has written with an I-cord bind off.
All right, I think she's trying to get out of what she's wearing by
No, I showed it. Here's the tag.
showing it
Here's
in
the
advance.
tag. Here you go.
No, I meant like actually wearing it.
Yes, well, when you wander off.
I had to. But so this is the 4 Triangles tee out of 2 colors of Merino Cloud and some beaded silk and sequins. You could probably do it with the Cashmere Coloring Box and Merino Cloud. Like,
How fun would that be?
because this size was 1 and 1 and 1, and this one, I mean, I think this is like a 40. This is before I realized this isn't the fit I like. So you could easily do like probably the Cashmere Coloring Box all in the front, and then whatever was left in the back. It'd be really fun to play with that. I may have to do another one of these now.
Mm-hmm.
Because I can. And I like to knit.
Yeah.
Well, I guess I don't actually have to show you what Susan's wearing, so she's off the hook today for modeling because FedEx came right in the middle of that part.
It's
So
right there.
we will see you guys again tomorrow. Have an amazing day. Bye.